All right, got me some rice to eat. Got me some rice. This rice happens to have, it's just a bowl of rice. I put a little bit of water in the bottom so that whenever I heated it up in the microwave, it would steam the rice. Because it was in a bowl sitting in the house, in the kitchen, and so it was kind of cold and kind of clumped together a little bit. But what we like to do is we like to take one of those rice makers, and we'll make a big batch of rice in that rice maker, and then we'll put that in a container, in its own separate container, and with a lid, and put that in the refrigerator. So whenever we would like some rice with our meal, we'll get that out, and we'll get out whatever we want, put it on a bowl or a plate, and add to it whatever we're going to have for that meal. But today I chose just rice, added a little water to it, then I added soy sauce, and then I added a honey sesame sauce to it, and some salt and pepper. And I've already taken one taste because I tried to do this video, and this is my second take on this video. But anyway, it's really good. And I've got some saltine crackers. I like my crackers. I happen to be a cracker lover. I love my saltines. And my Ritz crackers as well. But I'll eat crackers pretty much with every meal. Sometimes I'll get peanut butter and just eat crackers and peanut butter. But this stuff is good. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Man, I like the convenience of having the rice already prepared in the fridge. It makes it so much easier in preparing a meal. Ooh. Oh. This right here, this is one of my old steno notebooks. I think you can see, it's kind of coming apart at the edges. It's well worn. It's full of different things and notes and stuff. This thing's practically full. But over time, I write down information. I'll keep it handy. I carry it with me everywhere I go. And different ideas that I have over time, I write them down in there. This is one of my new steno notebooks. And in this steno notebook, I specifically write down my ideas for my YouTube channel. Specifically, just YouTube channel. So I got things in here about my creative journey. So I've got my creative journey, like a summary creative journey here, and then I just jump into different projects, different to do things, different ideas. And I'll sit and I'll start going through it, and I'll look at some of my ideas that I wrote in here, months ago. And I'll think, man, okay, well, I've got a portion of that project done. Maybe I need to continue on, make some more videos about that. And then I'll look at another list of video ideas, and another project, another list of video ideas, another project. On and on and on. I have got project after project, lists of ideas, all kinds of stuff in here. Talking about what viewers search for, viewers' top searches, another project, video ideas, just all kinds. Another project. There's New Year's stuff. Must have been New Year's Eve when I wrote that one. Just all kinds of different ideas. And I go through here and I reread, and as I reread, I may end up like have an extra idea that I can add in there on that specific project. Maybe different ideas of it. And I even draw pictures. That's a picture of a canoe that's got a nice cover over it with little porthole windows. And it's a project that I would like to build. I call it my wood strip canoe. And this one happens to be project number 16. I haven't started that one yet. I'd like to, because I'd love to be able to, build something like that and, actually get out and go use it and get out on the rivers and the lakes and stuff. But just one after another. Okay. As I'm doing this, I got things rolling through my head about this stuff. So anyway, okay, there we go. Now I'm back here to blank page. So what I was doing earlier was I had a bright idea. My bright idea was, hey, well, I'm not going to tell you what my bright idea is quite yet because I've got to write down the basics of it, take some time, figure it out, do line items, points, and kind of build out the flesh of it and everything before I present it to y'all guys, to you, right? Because I want it to be fresh and new as a project that's had a lot of thought into it, a lot of planning when I make my first video, because I want that to be better than the videos that I have put out and the different projects that I have put out. So that's one thing that I've been doing, rolling it all through my head. And I am hungry. Hang on a minute, I gotta take a bite. Darn, that's good. I think that honey sesame sauce really did excellent. Now, I always like to read. I guess some of you, if you watch some of my older videos, would know that I read, and I don't always tell my subscribers and my viewers everything that I read. I've read all kinds of stuff, but one thing I've done is I've made some videos and specifically about a couple of books that I've read over the past year. Some of those got negative, got haters, got thumbs down and all that good stuff. But it's only because of who wrote the book and who the book was about. Well, here's another one. This is another book that I picked up. This one's called, it's Trump, right? Think Like a Millionaire, right? So, everything you need to know about success, real estate, and life. And I invest in real estate. So, in my mind, I'm thinking that he's a businessman. He's made his fortune investing in real estate and other businesses as well. So why not just read and see what he has to say? I actually happen to like the guy. Whether he became president or not, I still like him. So I've been reading through this and giving me tips on real estate, different things like that. Most of it I already knew anyway, but I'm reading through it. I started reading it last night. I'm up to that point, and I'm going to pick up reading it tonight, and hopefully I'll be able to knock this thing out fairly quickly. But I'll make some follow-up videos about that. Follow-up videos about some of the different ideas I have. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and I'm going to finish this, and I'm going to write down ideas about my new project idea. And as I'm doing that, sitting here looking at all these eggs. I've been going out there to the chicken coop out there, and more often, like yesterday and today, to make sure that I can get some eggs, because one of our chickens is sitting out there pecking at these eggs until they break and then eating them. I go out there and I find broken eggs, right, where the inside's already eaten out. And I've been finding that a lot lately, and I'm pretty sure I know exactly which chicken is doing it. And I went out there a couple of times, and that chicken was forcing another chicken out of its spot where that other chicken was trying to lay an egg. And I know that that one chicken was sitting there waiting for that other chicken to lay an egg so that it can pick at it and break it and eat it. So I'm going to have to isolate that chicken. I'm going to have to put that one aside. And I'm afraid that one's set in its ways and may not be able to break its habits. So I may need to keep that one separate from the flock. But we'll see how that goes. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop the video, and I'm going to eat my food, and I'm going to write down my ideas. One thing I recommend, this is a recommendation I always make to everybody, get yourself a steno notebook or whatever you prefer to write in, and start writing down your ideas. And every day go back to them, reread them. And when you do that, you realize that your subconscious has been working on it, and you have a lot of fresh ideas to add to what you already had on the paper. So, make a comment. Let me know, how do you work with your ideas and your plans and everything? Do you write it down, or you just leave it in your mind and let it get pushed to the back and forget about it? I think we're all guilty of that. I've done that a lot. But that's why I love my steno notebooks. All right.